Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, today I want to talk about some of my thoughts from the Guilty Gear Strive beta. We had open beta number 2 wrap up not too long ago, and now we have to wait for the retail launch build of the game to play again. And obviously some things have changed, and well, some things have stayed the same, and let's just talk about it. So to get it out of the way, just some of the big positives that are still around. One, this game is still one of the best looking games of all time. The graphics are phenomenal, all that stuff. We already know that, right? Don't need to talk that up too much. 2, the netcode. It feels weird we don't have to talk it up too much because, wow, what a thing to say about fighting game netcode, right? But we don't. It's good. It works. It's fantastic. Me as a Canadian, I don't have to wonder if I'm playing someone from the United States. Well, what coast are you on? Okay, East Coast, but East Coast like New York or East Coast like Florida because one's better than the other. Like, no, I can just play the game because the netcode works. What a fantastic thought, right? We also have the introduction of Ino and Angie to the beta, and they were both fun around to play with, especially Ino. Her having that new command grab super is just very satisfying to hit just on a personal level. Also, the fact that it does more damage than the Potemkin Buster makes it very scary and threatening. So now to talk about the good and the bad, I'm going to tell you first up here, my experience overall is incredibly positive. There are some negative things, a couple quibbles, yes, but overall definitely a positive experience. Pretty happy with all my time. The only thing I guess I could say I was not happy with is I wish I had more time. As you probably well know, I'm the kind of guy who likes really digging down into how the games work, all sorts of fighting games, right? And there's certain things I found out after the debate ended, I wish I could go back and explore. Like apparently Nagoriyuki, the more his blood gauge gets up, his heavy attacks, like heavy slash, all that kind of stuff, they get faster, like the frame data changes on the moves. And if I knew that at the time, oh my god, I wish I could go back and explore all that because that sounds fascinating. But we can't go back, so I guess we have to wait till launch to figure out the particulars of that. But that said, once again, just the general gameplay of the game flow, I'm just a big fan. Now, to make clear my perspective once again here, Guilty Gear Xrd, I honestly never played it that much. My Guilty Gear roots are Guilty Gear X2 and Guilty Gear Reload specifically. Those are the games I played a lot back in the mid-2000s, but Xrd not so much for me. So for a lot of people that came from Xrd and didn't like Strive as much, I just don't have that frame of reference, so I just enjoy Strive for the game that it is, and it's a game I find quite fun. As for the gameplay basics, we all know that stuff, right? We've had a few betas now, we all know what the general game is like, and I like the general game flow. It just appeals to me. So it's been ground that we've covered before, but just in general, I like the game. That's really all there is to say. But what really has me excited now is the future and what's possible. I've told people many, many times the true depth of this game is going to be lying in the Roman cancel mechanic, and in this beta specifically, I am finally getting a taste of where that's going, just where this is all leading to, and it's exciting. So we already all know about the red Roman cancel, sure, right? You hit the enemy, you red Roman cancel, it pops them up, you can recombo, all that stuff. That's all well, that's all good, that's fine, right? But the real potential I'm finding is not in the red Roman cancel, but in the purple and blue Roman cancels. The ones that have the time slowdown mechanic. These might be, in the end, honestly, perhaps the most important Roman cancels overall when we start figuring stuff out. So to give you a layer 1 example, as we all know, Potemkin got nerfed, and yeah, I was a little salty about that. As you can see though, gameplay wise, that didn't stop me. I still played Potemkin more than anyone else in the beta. And even with all the nerfs, in the end, he's still fun, and that's what matters to me the most. But then I started understanding some of the depth of the Roman cancel mechanics, the purple and blue Roman cancels, and it just opened up a whole new world. Like one of the things, Mega Fist for Potemkin got nerfed. It's punishable on block now unless you space it perfectly. And if you space it perfectly, that's good, you're safe, but say if you get a counter hit, you're going to get literally nothing now, when before you could still get a combo, right? But now applying the blue and purple Roman cancel mechanics. So this example from my Twitter, and follow me on Twitter, by the way, if you don't already, please and thank you very much. We can see that power. So counter hit, Mega Fist, awesome, right? Now if you were to Roman cancel right away, you get the red Roman cancel, and you would knock them up, and you would get a little bit of damage, sure, but nowhere near this amount of damage. So the idea here is after you get your counter hit, land, and then Roman cancel, so you get the purple version that does the time dilation effect. And then all of a sudden, as you go forward, you can go close slash into gunshot, which normally never combos, but thanks to them being under the time slowdown effect, it does combo. And after the gunshot, you're allowed to combo into Potemkin Buster, and then boom, all of a sudden, that's 50% damage. So here I am feeling sorry for myself that I couldn't get the combo I used to before on the last beta, but then I realized I just got to use the game mechanics and really explore what's there, and do more than just the base, hit red Roman cancel, pop up, get an extra hits or two. This is so much more that was possible before, right? And I know it's Potemkin, so it's not a big, multi-hit combo, but man, the damage is there, right? So you don't need a lot of hits. Just utilizing this Roman cancel and the time stop, time slowdown mechanic literally changed my whole perspective on what is possible. And that's layer 1. This is just a combo, right? So how about we move on from a combo to a whole setup? So remember Dragon Ball Fighters and Fuzzies and all that kind of stuff, and a lot of people loved them, a lot of people hated them. With the blue Roman cancel, you can literally recreate that whole sensation. So in this example here with Ino, all you have to do is do her air dash, ground air dash, she floats up in the air, right? You do her dash into slash. It's her most common opener for the most part. You do that, delay your Roman cancel, because if you were to hit it right away, you would just get the red Roman cancel, the combo one. That will do you no good. So delay it so the initial hit is over, and do your slide RC, just dash forward and hit Roman cancel, and you'll get the blue one because the active attack is over, which will cause the time dilation effect. And then, well, the magic happens. So they're already on block stun, and if you hit them, then whatever, you can go into a combo. Not a big deal. Even with the blue Roman cancel, you still get a full combo, so that's fine. But if they block, then you dash forward, do an air jab, which keeps them on block stun. Keep in mind the blue Roman cancel creates additional block stun frames, additional block timing. They have to be in block longer. And then, well, if you jump straight up and hit slash, you can conk them on the head. It's an overhead. And like a true Fuzzy, if you can see on my inputs on the Twitter version, I'm holding down back for that aerial hit. So you cannot actually crouch in time. It is a true Fuzzy in that way. You'll get cranked in the head. And, being Ino, she can convert that into a full combo and go from there. So utilizing a blue Roman cancel, you can force a true 50-50 mix-up off a very common form of offense. And of course, say in the low option, it also creates combos that are not possible before, like a crouching kick into heavy, stroke the big tree. Normally that would never combo, but thanks to the time dilation effect, it does combo. So just, it works out. There's so much potential. Like, this is only the tip of the iceberg. Here's another concept here for the purple Roman cancel from Lord Native Mega 10. So the idea here is you do your dust, your light dust. Not the held one that does the big combo, the light one, so it's faster. You late cancel that into Roman cancel so you get the purple Roman cancel, and then boom, the time dilation effect kicks in and you can get a whole new, never before possible combo thanks to this, because you'll still get the combo off the first hit and go from there. And if it gets blocked, well, normally that move would be unsafe on block, and at the very least, hey, you just made it safe. So the potential for blue and purple Roman cancels is like near unlimited. Once again, this is the absolute tip of the iceberg. There's going to be so much more that's possible that honestly I can't even comprehend it right now. I just gotta see what's there. So yeah, to reiterate, I like the core gameplay of the game already. I'm already a big fan, and now seeing what's possible and the true depth we have awaiting us when we really start exploring just how a lot of these Roman cancels work, man, this game's gonna be tricky and this game's gonna be fun. So all that said, all the positives, there are still some negatives. The game has gotten a little bit slower. Now me, mostly playing Potemkin, I actually didn't really notice anything until I started picking other characters, but the air movement specifically is definitely toned down. And in my opinion, as far as general air movements like jump, air backdash, all that, toned down a little too much. Now, I don't mind the tone down at all, honestly. I think that's all right, but I think they overcorrected a little bit. I think a very happy ground would be what we had before and what we have now, just meeting somewhere in the middle. Keep in mind, once again, people complained about jumps for a reason, right? Because jumping was really strong, and they listened to us, which I love. Thank you very much for listening to us, but they course corrected too hard in one direction, in my opinion, and I would like to see it just walked back just a little bit. Another thing, and for some people maybe you don't care, but I care a lot, and this is something I complained about the last time too, the training mode still has no frame data options available. Like, that's huge. Like, You need frame data now. Like, this is not a maybe. Like, we have gone past the days where there's no frame data in games. This should be the gold standard. Every training mode should have freely available just frame data for you to peruse however you so may choose. And, well, it's not there. Now, it's not to say it won't be there at retail. I hope it is there at retail. I really, really hope it's there at retail. But as it stands, it's not there. And that's a little bit frustrating sometimes. Like the example I gave earlier in the video there about Nagoriyuki getting faster frames on his moves the more he has his blood level up. I would have never have known that unless I was told, because you definitely don't see that in training mode. So I only know that simply through word of mouth. It's an ultra, ultra, ultra critical thing, and it needs to be in the game. Those two are the big ones, movement and frame data. I would like to see those changed up. Some other quibbles, like just general balance. I don't know. I felt Mei was really, really strong, but maybe I just suck. I don't know. Because I definitely got clowned on really hard by Mei pretty much every time I fought her. I just did not know what to do. But you know what? A lot of balance concerns, honestly, even if I struggled, really that comes down just, knowledge, learning the matchup, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure a lot of that gets easier over time. Although one specific balance quibble is Soul and 6P, his forward P. I guess that's plus on block. And as far as I know, the only way out of him just spamming it over and over and over is like you instant blocking one and then you doing your own forward punch using the upper body invincibility to get around or something. I don't know. Like, that just seems real stupid to me. That definitely could use a tone down. And other than that, just I'm in a good place with Guilty Gear. I'm looking forward to a lot more of the depth I'm seeing because there seems to be a lot of it. Once again, air movement stuff, I do wish it changed, but we'll see. They do listen, right? And speaking of them listening, once again, the survey is out. Let them know what you think. I'll put a link to the survey below in the video description if you want to check that out. The only way for them to know what's up is for you to tell them what's up. So by all means, fill out the survey and let them know your thoughts. They listen. People complain about jumps a lot. They nerf jumps pretty bad, maybe too much, right? But at least their hearts were in the right place, I guess. But with all that said, looking forward to the retail build, looking forward to just how it's going to go. Of course, on this channel, expect combos, tech, guides, all sorts of stuff. We're going to have it all. I already got to update the few things I made here because like the Potemkin combo guide's way out of date and the Nagoriyuki combo guide's way out of date because they changed a lot of how that stuff works. So yeah, just expect a lot of stuff. I'll have your back, and if you have specific requests, I'll be more than happy to listen to them as well. But all that said, now I suppose we are now at the end of the video, my friends. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Guilty Gear.